Welcome, everyone. Laura Wayman, the Dementia Whisperer here. Today, I want to talk about confusion and agitation caused by what I'm going to explain as transition trauma. You might hear things like, I want to go home. This isn't my house. When are we leaving? Why are we here? Wanting to go home is one of the most common reactions for those with dementia symptoms who have relocated to unfamiliar environments, such as a new home or a memory care community. This is what is often referred to as transition trauma. Let me explain. Transition trauma is a term used to describe the stress that a person with dementia symptoms may experience when they have to change their living environments. And the length of time and severity of the transition trauma is quite individual, just like most dementia symptoms, and most often is temporary, anywhere from 48 hours to maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It is relieved as the individual builds friendships, gains trust, and develops a sense of meaning and purpose and belonging in his or her new community or home. Often, individuals with a new environment are trying to feel connected to a place where they feel safe and simply had more control over their lives. Instead of trying to convince people with dementia symptoms they are home, respond to the immediate need and feeling, and then make them feel safe and secure in that moment. You know, most caregivers may feel guilty over recent moves or placements of their loved ones, and they feel obligated to provide detailed justifications of why they made these decisions. Remember, Mom, you had a fall and you lay on the floor and then you got dehydrated and the doctor said it's not safe for you to live alone anymore. So we found this great place and I know it will take some time to adjust, but this is really the best thing for you since it's not an option for you to go back home. However, lengthy explanations are beyond what people with dementia can process. They hear blah, 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 blah. The likely result will be negative reactions and agitation and anxiety, and inevitably things will get worse if you try that approach. So let's talk about some strategies that will work a little better. Give the person the opportunity to experience a different environment and maybe go out, such as a secure courtyard at the community, or if you're at a new home, take a walk on a pretty walking path in the local neighborhood together. If the person with dementia symptoms asks specific questions like, when are we leaving? Try responses such as, oh, we can leave later. Right now the traffic is terrible and I feel safe here with you. You know, the forecast is calling for bad weather. Let's stay here where it's safe and warm. It's a little late to leave tonight. I'm a little tired. I bet you are too. Say as little possible about the behaviors associated with the requests to go home. For example, if the person has busily packed all of his or her belongings in a suitcase and is demanding to leave, redirect the person by finding another activity. Oh, I'm hearing some wonderful music. Let's go listen. Or I'm a little hungry. Let's get a snack. Figure out what actions and simple statements are going to make the person feel safest in the moment, yet realize that he or she may feel the same way and then want to go home again a few minutes later. So we repeat whatever actions or statements, positive action statements that work. If the agitation increases, make a note of it so you can coach other caregivers or family members about what seems to work versus what definitely does not. You can talk about a special memory and the feelings associated with what home represents to a person. Maybe a family pet or a favorite meal, and then bring up relatable examples from your own life. Join them and use them to redirect the conversation. You had a pet cat. I love cats too. Our cat had a bunch of kittens. It may be necessary to access more assistance during the peak time the person is experiencing transition trauma. Consider hiring a caregiver from an outside agency temporarily while the person is adjusting to a new memory care community to give that one-on-one support and companionship above and beyond what the care community staff can provide. We need to help support the staff during this challenging time of a transition. A dementia-aware caregiver understands that every person wants to feel safe and loved and comfortable. The better you know the person with the dementia symptoms, the more easily you can read his or her dementia or his or her emotions in their dementia symptoms and find a way to create a individualized sense of familiarity. Check out more dementia-aware strategies in my book, A Loving Approach to Dementia Care, 3rd edition, published by Johns Hopkins University Press. Or you can visit my website, wonderful tools right there for you on laurawayman.com. Signing off for now, with love, the Dementia Whisperer.